Hello, this is Ami Diamond. In this episode, I'd like to show you how to create views in Microsoft List or in SharePoint Online lists. So I'm in a communication site and I created a list and I have some columns. I have a column of topic, I have a column of choice, which is status, department, a start date, an end date, and a picture. Now the purpose of the view is to show things in a specific way. Each view can be different. For instance, if we want to group by department, so I can, for instance, go to the department column and press group by department. Now it grouped all of the items with the department IT together. Now I can go to where it says all items. I'll do it again. And what I can do is to save it and give it a different name because I don't want to overwrite the existing one. So I'll call it grouped. And if I switch between all items, this is how it is before the change. The new view now has this grouping. In addition, I can go where it says here and I can create a new view. And then it gives me three possibilities. The list is just like the all items. The calendar takes the information. If there's a date in the list, then it will use it and convert it into a calendar. So I will give the name of the view, I'll call it cal. I'll choose calendar, and then it's asking me which columns will I use for the date in the calendar. So in this case I have start date I can use, and I can use end date because this is the two columns I created. If I have only one, I can use only one, and I can choose which title will it be used to show on the calendar. Currently I use the title. If I have a different column I want to describe it, I can change it. As you see, there's lots of columns. I'll press create, and now instead of the list I see the two items. One's on the 16th of November and the other one is between the 25th until the 1st. Or let's see exactly what it is. Between the 25th to the 3rd. The dates here are American. It's possible to change it in the site settings. So currently, from the default, which is just a list, we move to a calendar view. Now this calendar is not connected to any Outlook or anything, but it is possible to add this to a SharePoint page. I'll show you after how to add it. If I go and create a new view, I have also the gallery view. So let's call this gal, and I'll press create, and now it's creating it in a card view in the gallery. So you see here, if I now choose this view and click format this view, then I have a card designer. I can decide which columns I want to show or not. So if I don't have a picture, I can hide it. I can decide if I want the title. I can drag the columns and arrange it according to what I want. I can also choose if to show the headers or the name or labels of the columns. So once I decided, then I'll press save, and now I see it as cards. By the way, if I add to this list, I have here a picture, so I can add a picture, and then I'll see in the card actually the picture. So let's say I choose this picture. Okay, let me see. Okay, this is the picture I chose. Doesn't let. Can't upload file. Please insert a standard image. Okay, only PNG, and so here we have a PNG. So now I have a picture. If I go to the gallery view, and I will go again and format this, and let's say I want now to add the picture. Let's see, it should show it, but now it's move it to the top. Yep, so if I save it, then it shows me here for this item the picture and the columns I wanted. Now there's also the classical way to define how to create a view. What we could do is, let's take the standard view. If I go here and do edit current view, I'll go to the classical setting where I can give a name. I can choose the columns that I want to appear in the view. I can choose the position or the order of them. Here I can choose how I want to sort, if ascending or descending, and according to what column. Here I can choose if to filter by which column. So I could say, let's say filter by status, and then I can say the status can be new, and I can add a and or. I can also group, so I can group two levels, one by status, for instance, or like we did before, by department. Let's do by status and then by department, and then it creates, and then I can define if I want that the grouping will be expanding or collapsed. If I press save, then actually you see it created a grouping. These are the two levels, and actually it was saved for all items, but I can save it as and give it a new name. Let's call it BBB, and BBB is now like that, and all items I can change it back to what it was. So this is more or less how you work with views. So by the way, some things automatically are saved. So if I decide to organize the order, then automatically you see here the view saved, so you don't need to go and save it. If you see a star here, that means that it's not saved. So if I add here, for instance, a new column and call it description, actually it did, but if you see a star here, it means something happened and it's not saved yet. So if I ungroup this, and I also ungroup this, but I group again, you see here that there's a star. That means that if I want it to be saved, I need to go and press save as, and if either save it with the name that exists or give it a new name. So this is what I wanted to tell you about views. There's additional things like formatting in columns and views, but this we will talk next time. So thank you, and see you next time. Please subscribe to my channel if you like this training. Goodbye.